at the Inselparkhalle in the glorious city of Hamburg. We've had a couple of matches going the distance of late. Darren Webster had no problem against Jonathan Worsley 6-1, but Max Hopp winning 6-5 against Joe Mernon. Richie Corner almost pulling off a brilliant fight back against Alan Norris, but it's Chuck who goes through. And this one, Spain's number one, Cristo Reyes, against a man making his first European appearance of 2016, Magnus Caris of Sweden. Rod Harrington back in the chair alongside me for this one.
Yes, hello Rob. Yeah, Magnus Caris, one of my old friends in darts. Met him back, well, in the very early 90s, probably late 80s. That's how long I've known him. That's how long he's been around and been a good player for a long time. Represented Sweden on numerous occasions. Made the semi-final of the Lakeside World Champions Championship once. Bobby George beat him. And then John Park went on to win that. But a good solid player, but he's up against Cristo Reyes. And over the last 2 years, this man has really progressed in this game. And a quality player. You know, both methodical in their throws, so it's not going to be the quickest of games, but I think we could see a lot of legs in this one as well.
I think so,
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Magnus to throw first. Game on!
Yeah, Reyes is almost becoming a permanent fixture on the European Tour. He qualified for the first 5 of last year, but he's already featured this year as well. Gibraltar, though, was a disappointment for him. He lost 6-1 to Christian Kist in the first round, which was a surprise.
42.
Certainly the scoreline was a surprise. Didn't really get going last weekend, and it was over before you knew it for Reyes, but certainly a player that's capable of bouncing back here with a good run, as he has done before. He reached the last 16 in Mulheim, his first European Tour last 16 of his career, and then did it again in Munich as well, almost making his first quarter-final, losing 6-5 to Peter Wright. That was in the Easter weekend of this year, so he's looking to break into new territory here.
84.
Of course, Magnus Caris not long ago did a 9-dart leg in the Pro Tour, so he should be on fire. Big tall man is Magnus, throws a big heavy dart as well, around about 28 grams I think they are.
43.
They're certainly not going to fall out of the board, that's for sure.
No, there's a big thud as they crash into the board.
95.
Well, it's a fairly scratchy opening leg so far. Neither player really asserting any authority at the moment.
These are the legs you've got to nick though. You know, if you're going to go on and win, you know, the scrappy
96.
legs, you've got to grind the result out on them.
It's been a while since we saw Caris on the European Tour. He made it to Sindelfingen, the European Grand Prix in October. He was a first-round loser there against Dave Ladley, 6-5 the score that day. So it's a long overdue return to the European scene. A man who made the European Championships. He qualified for Hasselt at the end of last year, knocked out at the first-round stage. He picked up £4,000 for his trouble though in qualifying, and that was the biggest payday that he had in 2015. Caris down to a finish first, albeit on his throat.
100. Magnus should require 121.
But it's a matchup that really illustrates the cosmopolitan nature of the European Tour. Spain playing Sweden.
It's a bullseye for Caris for his first.
90.
Well, and he hasn't done himself any favours going in the 20 because he will go for the 15s if he comes back. Where winning the 25, obviously he's got a good double,
nice.
but he may not come back with double 19. We see Max Hopp take double 19 out of 158, but Reyes cannot. So,
30.
as I said, coming back for the double 15, he'll go for it, where a lot of players, if they come back for the 25, they go 9 for the...
Game shot.
Well, I'll stop talking and say well done.
Second leg,
I was going to say, it can be a very edgy and costly double to go for.
Yeah, you do see players splitting that one, especially with 3 darts in hand.
34.
But yep, Caris takes it on his throat. Winner of this, by the way, faces Terry Jenkins in the second round tomorrow.
100.
Jenkins seeded 10 in Hamburg. Terry Jenkins, a finalist on the European Tour last year in Gibraltar.
140.
Caris had to beat 3 Dutchmen to qualify for this event, by the way. He beat Marino Mikos, Barry Van Peer and Jeffrey de Zwaan. That was a good win against de Zwaan. He's a really good up-and-coming player. 6-5 the score in that
57.
one, so it was a tense finale in the decider, but Caris got over the line. Reyes had a smoother route. He only had to play 2 rounds of qualifying.
98.
Stuffed Marius Paul 6-0 and then overcame Vincent Kamphaus 6-4 to get here. Reyes won't be checking out on 170.
45.
Well, Caris needs a 140 really to get himself back in this leg. You kind of feel the ton will still give Reyes 6 darts from 125.
Yeah.
Certainly going to get 6 darts
So
now.
you require 120.
Normally go for the 25 or bull if your opponent's on the shot, but it shouldn't. He has gone for it.
So treble 20 left tops, but he
65.
will return with Caris stranded on 198. Well, that's just applying a little bit of pressure. Reyes should have 2 darts at a double here. And he's kiboshed that one. So Caris has the chance.
It was a strange last dart from Caris because hitting the 54 has only given him 1 dart at a double, where he hit the treble 20. He's got 2 darts at a double, so... Oh, now it's double 12. No, sorry, double top. Double top it is. So, again, what am I talking about? He goes straight in the double 15 in the first leg and takes it there. But as I said, if he'd have stayed and hit the treble 20, it leaves him 58, guaranteed 2 darts at a double. But he went for the 18s and hit the 54, unless where he was standing, the dart and the flight had taken up too much of the treble 20 bed, so he had to switch.
And again, it just
to hit the 18 to leave the double, to leave the straight ton. But
and again, it just illustrates the value in putting pressure on just in case your opponent slips up. Because let's face it, Caris was a long way adrift there, but he just kept on chipping away, got himself into position just in case Reyes slipped up, and he surely did. So Caris has the break. He has a 2-0 lead, and that's a real shot in the arm for him.
59.
Yeah, there was something wrong, or there was something noticeable about Reyes' character and demeanour last weekend against Christian Kist. It was very hard to pinpoint exactly what it was.
57.
There was something maybe bothering him, but he never really settled, and he lost that one 6-1, and there's 1 or 2 signs of that here already as well.
well, they say, you know, and a lot of our people say that when you burst onto the scene, a lot of people have a great 2 years, but it's year 3 is when you have to show the character and the form, because that's when you start defending points, and that's round about what Reyes is doing now. He's having to defend all the time, and a little bit of extra pressure.
Some players are capable of dealing with that pressure. Some aren't.
134.
Reyes, though, the man who burst on the scene, really made a name for himself when he became only the 2nd man in World Darts Championship history to advance to the last 16, having entered at the prelim stage.
140. And does you require 56?
Qualified again last year. Lost to Wes Newton in the first round. Didn't really cover himself in glory, but Caris is doing precisely that here. And he's halfway there. He leads 3-0. It's been a long time coming, this appearance on the European Tour for Magnus Caris. Failing to qualify for the first 3 events of 2016, but it's looking like a very fruitful campaign for him here. And he might well get off to a flyer in leg 4 against the throw as well. What about this?
140.
Reyes has just lost that bit of consistency, hasn't he? You know, he's hitting a 140, then he follows it up with just a couple of visits without a treble, and that's where he's letting the opponents back in the game. And you know, the one thing Magnus Caris has done pretty well is set the shot up in all 3 legs.
59.
I mean, the previous leg, what was it, 140 to leave the 56. You know, that really does put pressure on your opponent. Well, there again, you know, he hit a 140, follows it up with a 45. You've just cut that 140 in half.
Very healthy crowd inside the Insel Park Halle today, by the way. First day of action.
59.
And it's a very well-attended event, this one. So far, so good for the German crowd as well, with Max Hopp doing the business against Joe Mernon. Another German player on the way next, by the way. Rene Idams takes on Ricky Williams. Idams causing Michael van Gerwen a couple of problems in Munich, and of course on the big stage at Ali Pali at the World Championship in December.
Made the bookmakers a lot of money though.
He certainly has.
Because there was an awful lot of punters did the 3-0 for Michael as Magnus hits a maximum, and again hitting the big score at a real crucial time.
Yep, and Reyes needs this. He's down to 110. Bully wants them. Can he squeeze it through? It's a good mark of that first dart. Second dart, not so. Caris here with a gilt-edged opportunity for a 4-0 lead. Can he take it? Well, we anticipated 13s. He's gone 9 instead. That leaves
36.
Double 18.
Game shot and
And
the
he's
full
found
flag.
it.
Magnus Caris. Fifth leg, Magnus
I think he caused one or two.
first.
Well, I think he caught 1 or 2 people there with the first dart, but
Well, it was an unusual way of going, but if you like double 18, then a treble 7 is not a bad route. I mean, it's like, you know, in the early days when James Wade would go treble 7 on 61. You know, the spotters are going, where's he? We can hear the thud, but we don't know where the dart's gone. And it was a bit like that there.
66.
There isn't many people that go that treble 9 for double 18, but it paid off. And again, Magnus Caris, a big score to set it up and then taken the shot out. I mean, the last 6 starts of nearly every leg has been absolutely first class from Magnus.
well, Reyes is in a bit of a hole here. Can he dig himself out? Well, 1-2-6 with his first 6 darts. He's not really come out of the traps. All guns blazing here. But once again, Reyes just unable to land any significant punches. So even when Caris is having disappointing visits, Reyes is not capitalising on that. Not had a whitewash yet today.
58.
Darren Webster beating John Worsley 6-1 in the second match of the afternoon session. 8 matches in this afternoon session, 8 matches this evening as well. 16 men go through to join the top 16 tomorrow. And as things stand, Cristo Reyes won't be one of them.
No, he certainly hasn't got the form. Well, he burst on the scene, that was for sure. And Magnus, you know, he's just going to plod away. He's going to play his own game. He won't get rattled. He's not intimidated by any of the big scores from his opponents.
$96.
So Caris looking to get down to a finish first on his throw for a 5-0 lead. A big score here would really hurt Reyes. Just strays into the 5s.
83.
The 18's there.
Well, this is where Reyes has got to find a big score.
Yeah, treble 18 would have brought him down to 140. So as it is, Caris still has work to do here.
Well, around this position in every single leg, Caris has been first class, and as I've said that, he's going to go and blow it.
Bang on cue. Well, there might be a route back in here for Reyes to at least get a leg on the board.
Well, he's still hit the treble, so he's given himself a chance if Reyes does not take this out. Well, he's going to get a dart on the double. Can Reyes finally put a leg on the board?
88.
There's two ways of going for it. The old-fashioned route, which I'm pretty sure that Magnus will go the 25 bullseye route, or will he go the treble 17? Oh, well.
Well, I was thinking 25, 20, double 18, but there you go. He's,
yeah, I mean, that is the guarantee. If you're going to go what I call the aggressive route,
yeah.
You know, but again, he didn't have a dart at the double or the bullseye, so you know, it's cost him. But Reyes has finally got a leg on the board.
He throws his hands to the heavens.
I know the philosophy on going, you know, for the 94 going for the 18s and 91 going for the 17s, that, you know, a pro steps up and thinks, well, I can hit a treble once in the first two darts, but they forget about the extra pressure of closing the leg out, so you have to hit it. Well, Reyes finally is getting on a bit of a run, wins his first leg and kicks off the very next leg with a maximum.
Voted. $58. 58.
Trading 58's hit. Caris just taking a moment here just to regroup. And now it's Caris' turn to throw his arms up. Well, it's on the Reyes throw, so no particular damage done. Obviously Reyes has the break and it's a chance to build some momentum here.
95.
And he's down to 125.
I think Magnus is probably going to give this leg up.
Yeah.
60.
Like
you say, Robbie, it is on the Reyes throw, so it isn't a panic job for Magnus Caris.
Tops he wants. It would have been for a 125 checkout, but he will return. Now trying his arm with the 19s, and it's to good effect as well.
33.
And he's down to a very big finish in case Reyes slips up here. Double 5. Needs to come down.
10 score.
Not enough. Now then, this would be an absolute dagger in the heart of Cristiano Reyes if Caris takes this out. He's got the first part done. Treble 19, not a million miles away, not close enough.
But he's going to put the pressure on, Rob. Big pressure. And the double 5 is not the easiest double on the dartboard. He's going to split it. Oh,
he's busted.
That is pressure for you.
28.
That's incredible. Going for the 2 and the double 4. He's missed the 2.
Double 7, missed the Mensur. One more bite at this double 7 for Magnus Caris for a 5-1 lead.
14.
And he's gone the other way, and that's a massive let-off.
Is Reyes going to go for the 2 again or straight at the double 5?
He's gone for the 2. This time he takes it out. Double 4 then for Reyes to trim the deficit once again to 4-2.
Mr. Reyes, 7th leg Magnus.
Magnus let him off there a bit.
Massively so. Oh,
really.
More than a bit. And the first cry of Viva España rings out around the Intel Park Halla.
But as we said, it was only on the Reyes throw, so no need for Magnus to panic. He's still in total control in this match.
2 holes of throw will secure in the match.
56.
And if the opportunity better break comes along in the next leg, that's all well and good. But hold your throw, Magnus, that's all you can do for now. Just to prevent Reyes building some serious momentum. This looks nice. Just slot that one in between, just underneath those two. Came to the 19s instead. And that's as good as a maximum anyway. And Reyes fighting for breath here.
100.
With a lot of work to do. Caris, another ton 40 here will put him in very good shape indeed. Or
well, he's going to get 9 darts from 187 anyway, yeah. Whatever happens.
60.
Because even the 180 is not going to do any good.
Yeah, the Louis Armstrong, all the time in the world for Magnus Caris here for a 5-2 lead. Although, Reyes just asking a question here. Although he's on a 165, so the problems keep on coming for Cristo Reyes, and Caris has found treble 1 there. So he's not there yet, he's still got work to do.
77.
That's tied it up nicely though.
Yes, he got himself out of jail there with that 54.
Oh, this is brilliant from Cristo Reyes.
133.
Absolute brilliant. 6 darts from Cristo Reyes to put the pressure on, but is it going to do any good? 2 darts, a double top for Caris. Only needs the one. A good solid leg from Caris on his own throw. And he's put himself in a position where he needs 1 leg to go through to the next round.
And Reyes has a bit of a mountain to climb here. Needs to win the next 4. Last 2 matches have gone the distance. Reyes will have to pull off something spectacular if he's to do so. But we have seen it many a time on the European Tour. Let's not overrule it just yet.
100. 125.
Yeah, there's been patches from Reyes today where he has looked okay, but
it's consistency.
The consistency has just not been there.
I mean, you may get over these first round games, and we know they're edgy anyway, so you know, we often say just get over the first round and then you take the second game as it comes. But the second match, you're playing a seed, and that's where you have to step up, because you know those seeds are going to be seasoned professionals, and they don't tend to let too many people off.
96. Cristo, you require 96.
So 2 darts from here, potentially. Well, he won't finish now.
80.
But Reyes closing in on a 5-3 deficit. But Caris will just keep putting the pressure on here. And again, he'll want to just try and get some momentum going ahead of what could be a very decisive or a very significant 8th leg for him. Or 9th leg, I should say. Double 4 then for Reyes. Double 2 going round the board here.
12 score.
And he's not there yet.
Cristo, you require 4. Game shot in the 8th
well, it could have been
Reyes,
a nervy
finish
to that particular leg for Cristo Reyes, but he takes out double 2 with his first dart in hand. And on we go, 5-3. Caris, this is the one that he has to hold. Can't afford to give Reyes too much encouragement. Looks like he's coming down to the 19s here, is he? Yes, he is.
59.
Well, chance for Reyes. Oh, it's in a 140, and then he gets more or less control of the leg.
100.
Well, that's not a bad guide. He's a big man, Magnus. He can just lob it over the top. Oh, over the top of those 2.
100.
Yeah, the big men like him, Barney's the same, Van der Voort, although Van der Voort's a little bit different with the way he releases the dart. But Barney and Caris, you know, they do tend to be able to find the treble 20 from block of darts because they just pitch over the top.
Room either side here as well. Not that far over. That's a good recovery.
120. 95.
Still fighting Reyes.
$96.
Bogey number for Reyes, but could put himself in a very good position here. Needs a treble.
59.
Doesn't find one.
Magnus, you require 126.
In the balance this ninth leg.
Well, he's got to go for the 19s. 4 19s leaves him the bullseye. But that may stay on the treble. Well, he's gone up to the treble 20.
58.
Could have gone treble 16 there. So now Reyes, perhaps to stay in this match, needs the 107. Needs to come down for the treble 17. He's not going to do it. That's a long way off those
55.
trebles.
Magnus, you require
For the match.
68.
Eight would leave tops, and he's found the 16 instead. Caris, double 16 he wants,
Game,
and double 16 he gets.
And the match, Magnus
And Cristo
Caris.
Reyes suffers another first-round exit in the European Tour. Gibraltar last weekend, 6-1 at the hands of Christian Kiss. And here in Hamburg, a 6-3 defeat by the Swede, Magnus Caris, who goes on to face the number 10 seed, Terry Jenkins. Good performance that by the Swede, room for improvements, and he will have to put in an improved display tomorrow, but for the time being it's over the line for the man from Solna as he acknowledges the crowd. We may get a few words from him. And a reminder, our next match, Rene Adams, another German qualifier against Ricky Williams.
So, da wollen wir schon abhauen. Natürlich wollen wir auch einen Satz vom Gewinner haben. A very quick lead, 4 legs ahead. Had you been a bit too confident at that point?
No, not at all. Because I know Cristo is a good player, sorry. I didn't play that well, but eventually he's going to hit and he didn't, so I was lucky.
Also meine Frage war, er war relativ schnell 4-0 in Führung, ob er da ein bisschen zu selbstbewusst gewesen sei. Sagt er, nee, überhaupt nicht. Er weiß nämlich, was Cristo Reyes für ein guter Spieler ist. The next good player is waiting, Terry Jenkins. What do you know about him?
He's older than me, so I think I'm going to win.
Er ist älter als ich, sagt er. Ich denke, da werde ich gewinnen. Also, viel Glück. Good luck. So, das nächste Highlight aus deutscher Sicht steht an. Rene Adams wird gleich spielen, The Cube, gegen Ricky Tricky Williams. Und an der Stelle vielleicht nochmal ein Hinweis. Auch da gibt es natürlich die Möglichkeit zu wetten. Rene Adams geht als großer Favorit mit 1,55 ins Rennen. Wer auf Ricky Williams setzt, würde 2,4 für €1 bekommen. Möglich ist das alles da vorne. Zum Beispiel oder oben auch an unserem E-Dart, neben dem E-Dart. Wer sein Glück versuchen möchte, seid herzlich eingeladen. Bis gleich.